Hi, I'm Chase Bernreuter. I am here downtown at the VA clinic with Jenna to learn a little bit more about what she does so I can be better prepared in my life and what I want to do as a career. Hi Jenna, thank you for interviewing me or allowing me to interview you today. Could you tell us what you do as a career here in the VA?
I'm an X-ray and ultrasound technologist.
Okay. Why did you choose to be an X-ray tech?
Growing up, I like to take pictures, and this is kind of the same thing, except for it's helping people.
What kind of pictures would you take?
Mine were more outdoorsy,
Outdoor.
naturistic kind of stuff, but
Is it colored? Is it black and white?
Both.
Or both? Good. You sell your pieces or
no.
no? Okay.
I just played with it.
Okay.
I kind of failed.
What education requirements do you have to be an ultrasound tech, X-ray tech?
You don't have to have your AA degree, but I do because I didn't get in the first time I applied for the X-ray. X-ray is a 2-year AS degree, and my ultrasound is a 1-year advanced certificate off of that.
So, how many total years of education do you have?
5.
5 years in education.
Yeah.
Wow. Very prepared for this. What qualities do you think a person should have when they're in this career field dealing with people?
You have to be very open. You have to have a positive attitude. You have to love people, love talking to people, not be afraid to have someone touch you because you kind of have to touch them. So you can't be one of those bubble, like non-personable people.
Touching, like, probably with some latex gloves and body,
Oh, yeah.
body isolation. So, what direction do you see X-rays and sonograms moving into in the future?
Ultrasound is more of a, how do you word that? Like where a human has to do it. It's not something that a machine can solely do, and like kind of how some careers are moving where it's more machines and less people performing it. Ultrasound definitely is going to have to stay a person doing. X-ray, there's still going to have to be people, but like with our digital stuff, as it's moving towards that, there's less need for human mechanics to move and do. Some machines, you press a button and the machine moves and does everything, but you still have to get your patient in the position that they need to be in. Whereas back in the day, when we worked more with film, we were doing a lot. We had to check the chemicals and for the processor every day, and it was more work by the person.
And some places still use that type of technology, X-rays,
Yes.
for developing film.
Yes, it's more expensive, even though the digital equipment is more expensive, but in the long run you save more money because the chemicals are so expensive. But for further advanced areas in big cities, you don't really see any film. I want to say that North Florida and Gainesville did their mammos in film, but I believe that they switched from that now too over the past couple years.
But ultrasound is definitely a way to go.
Oh yeah.
Okay. What's a typical day like for you here at the clinic?
At the clinic, typically we do between 30 and 40 X-ray patients a day. When the ultrasound clinic does open, we'll probably do about 7 a day, 1 per hour, because we only have one radiologist and he has to read everything.
Oh, wow.
And he likes to come in and see the ultrasound in motion too, so that he's not only going off of what I tell him.
Wow, a very involved
Yes.
boss you have there.
Yes. He's awesome.
Okay. What is the role of communication in your career?
You have to be very, when you mess up, be honest about it. So that people can help you, like, cause some of the computerized stuff, like say I did an X-ray of the wrong person.
Oh wow.
I need to be honest and be like, hey, I messed up, somebody help me so that the images get to the right patient's like chart and
I
file.
see. Yeah.
Instead of trying to cover it up and sending it anyway to the wrong patient's stuff. We always have what's called PACS team because all of our images are sent through a program called PACS.
Mhm.
It's all electronical, and they can, behind the scenes, go through and fix all that stuff. But you have to let somebody know.
Oh, wow. I think I've heard of that PAC system too. So.
Yeah.
How would you describe working with your teammates?
Here specifically,
Yes.
we are a crazy bunch. We get along well with each other though. There's not very many of us though.
Mhm.
There's only 2 X-ray techs and then me for the ultrasound and then our radiologists. So we're kind of close, tight knit, but we get along with the rest of the clinic and we joke and have fun all day. But it's also professional when patients are here and then, you know, our jokes behind the scene kind of thing.
It's good to have a good working relationship.
Yeah.
How do you describe your boss?
He is awesome. He is a goofball. He's very intelligent, very hands-on.
Mm-hmm.
If you have any questions or have some abnormality or a pathology or something, I always go to him and be like, hey, look at this, so cool. Or, hey, do you need any other views of this so that you could better see it for your diagnosis or whatever. And he's very active. He'll come look at it or come see if he can manipulate something better. He does case studies all the time to present, so
Oh, well.
he's very
Great.
active
That's great.
with it.
How do the patients take you? How do they appreciate what you do? What are their emotions like when you?
A lot of them are very thankful. Some of these ones are kind of grumpy. They weren't this grumpy in Gainesville. It's a whole different, I don't know why. When I worked at the VA in Gainesville, they seemed more happy-go-lucky, kind of, and up here in Jacksonville, for whatever reason, we got a group of grumpies. But
Maybe it's
if
a
you're
big
positive
city.
and spunky, then that normally changes their attitude too, and it's usually a good
It's
thing.
like the big city life, I guess.
I guess, I don't know.
What do you like best about your job?
The people that I help and the people that I work with.
That's great.
Because it's, like I said, in Gainesville, it's a little bit, it's not bad in Gainesville. It's just more, you have more people breathing down your back from upstairs, I guess you could call it. People above you, supervisors or team leaders or whatever. Here we have our work, we know it needs to be done, and we are the people who get it done. Our main supervisor is our radiologist. So,
Small group.
yep.
Small group. Okay, and the last question, is there anything you'd like to pass on to anyone else watching this that you'd like to get to know, a good idea to do?
Healthcare is a very good career to get into. If you like helping others, you'll enjoy what you do. Trauma is awesome. Keeps you active, keeps you going, keeps it interesting. Sometimes here at the clinic, since it's an outpatient clinic, it's not so exciting because you don't get to see as much. Especially with it being a clinic, more trauma goes to the actual hospital.
Okay.
So stuff like that we don't always get to see. Sometimes we do, and we're all excited about it, but it's not very often. But
It's kind of slower here than
yeah.
the trauma.
Yeah, oh, by far. Way slower than like an ER or something like that. So, but it's still exciting. One day I'll probably advance into something more high speed, but for now, I'm getting used to Jacksonville and I like my job.
That's great. Well, Jenna, thank you for letting me talk to you and be on film, and I think that'll be it. Thank you.